I thought you had played both.
No, Dark Tournament looks like straight trash though. Like,
ooh, it is steaming trash. I promise.
I can just tell that game looks stiff. It looks like things don't the buttons. It looks like one of those games where, like, watching it, you're wondering if the person playing is actually hitting hitting their controller. And I'm sure my description is accurate, and I haven't even played it. So
it is.
It's very auto combo-y feeling. So like, it looks like a lot of attacks are happening. Well, I mean, like, your attacks link into each other automatically. Like holding circle.
Do they?
It just.
but you can ring out in that game.
If you hold circle with Yusuke, he just kicks like 70 times.
You can ring out in that game, can't you? So like,
you just hold, yeah.
so you can ring out. So it's probably not like. I mean, those two games aren't anywhere near the bottom of the barrel. So.
No. We're not talking about the bottom because Glitch said that the worst he'd ever played was Dark Tournament. Yep. That's why I was trying to compare the two of them.
Well.
But he didn't play One Piece Fighting. That's why.
I've played it. I played it for like 10 minutes though. I own it. I went and bought all the JP One Piece games recently, but I only played Fighting for One Piece like maybe 1 or 2 times, and it was like for a few minutes just to test to see if it worked.
It's frustrating.
Like, what are these mechanics? yeah.
It's frustrating and oddly, when you activate that Aism, you have to activate Aism mode if you want to do any damage, and then or you have to use supers because your character just doesn't do damage outside of that. And then, not even for the speedrun, I'm just talking about as like a fighting game in general. Like gauge management is like extremely important. And then, but I still think the game's cool, but it's oddly demanding for like because it's so quick in that mode, and it's so hard to control during that. I would say it's actually a difficult game to play, if that makes sense.
Yeah. I wanted to look into it more just because I just really want like a good traditional fighter from One Piece, man. Like that's all I want. I'm surprised there still isn't really one.
Grand Coliseum. I keep telling you, the DS game is on fire. I don't know.
True.
You own a DS. Go buy it. Just buy it. I'm telling. No, you won't regret it. I guarantee you're gonna come. You're gonna tell me you're like, wow, this is one of the best fighting games I've ever played. It's God tier. No, it is. It is God tier. It's up there. Not only that, the online is decent for it. There's still online for it. It has crossplay with the Dragon Ball Extreme Butoden. So you could get Glitch-san to get the Dragon Ball game, you get the One Piece game, and then you guys could battle each other with those characters. You can't mix and match characters. That's my only complaint about the game. But if you could mix and match characters, technically it would be broken. So I understand why they didn't do that.
Which one is this? What's the game called?
I think there's Grand Coliseum.
Okay.
But it's spelled Coliseum. I think is spelled weird. Don't quote me on that.
Gotcha.
But to answer your original question about jank fighting games, I've played too many of them. I've played games that barely function as fighting games. So it's like it feels weird because I'm sure there's just a bunch of like absolutely completely unfunctional.
Yeah, but there has to be that one game where you're like, no, like you have trauma. It was so bad.
I don't have anything with trauma. I don't feel like I do.
I can tell you mine. I know mine.
What's yours?
Black Hole.
What is it?
It's a Black Hole. Unless I'm
Black Hole, the game.
I think I'm saying that right. It's a space robot ? Fighting game, and it is it is nightmarish in its controls.
Black Hole Assault?
Yes, yeah.
Oh boy.
I'm trying to think of like a legitimate fighting game I played, like not just like some like weird.
That's a legit. It's a legit. What do you mean? That's a legitimate. That was a commercially released game.
One for me.
People.
Fighter 2 is not legitimate.
Street Fighter. I don't know.
All I'm saying is I played a lot of like they're not licensed games, and those would be at the bottom of my barrel. I'm trying to think of one that's like an official game for me that I've played that I would put at the bottom of my list.
Ultimate Tenkaichi.
That one is is cursed as hell. That one is beyond cursed.
I actually haven't played that yet, and I'm kind of glad. It's like one of the few Dragon Ball games.
I don't know how DBZ did a run of that, bro. That was powerful. Especially for how long it was. That's a commitment of grind.
Isn't the Kinect game worse though?
It probably is, yeah.
No, okay, for some reason the Kinect game is, like, it's easier, but it's also shorter than Ultimate Tenkaichi, and that's what pisses me off. Because literally, the Kinect game is literally the same thing as Ultimate Tenkaichi, just with motion control. But yet, the battle finishes so much quicker. I'm like, why can't it be like that on this one?
Gosh.
Yeah, because okay, as soon as the hour mark hit, I was like, okay, what area am I? I'm like, oh, I'm barely at Vegeta versus Zarbon. I'm like, are you serious?
Yeah, the cinematics, they spent too much time programming the animations and shit.
No, I'm like, for every super attack, like, yeah, okay, I do like it how every attack that I do actually hits them because when you do the combos, it takes away their extra key for them to guard the attack. I do like that. I just hate how long it takes for that whole cinematic shot going on. I'm like, just hurry up.
Yeah.
That's why like near the end, like in the like Boo Saga, and after that I was falling asleep. Like, I'm tired.
I believe it 100%. Too painful.
It's like so many skip cutscenes. Like, I'm just skipping, and play the game. Skip. And then like the loading screens. Oh my god! Don't even start with the loading screens. There's like a loading screen that lasts for like 20 seconds. I'm like, are you serious?
Naruto 6-type beat. Of course. Yeah. Yeah, I played Ultimate Tenkaichi one time because I was a kid who I didn't have a whole lot of like new technology. I had just had my PS2 for a very long time. All my friends had PS3s and Xboxes, and I was like, I went to my friend's house and he just had a loose disc of Ultimate Tenkaichi. I was like, what? No way, they made a new Tenkaichi game? I didn't even know about this because I only played Tenkaichi 1 through 3. And I was like, bro, this has got to be hype, bro. It's PS3 Tenkaichi. This has to be legendary. And then I played it, and I was like, what have they done? What is this? I was so disappointed. It was painful.
Yeah. I'll be honest, a fighting game that made me mega disappointed, but I don't think it's a bad game overall. I think it's a good game. Is Battle Fantasia by Arxis.
Hey, that one is okay. I like it.
Wait, you saying you don't like it, or are you saying you do?
I was saying I was mega disappointed.
Oh, I really like Battle Fantasia.
I like the characters a lot. I just didn't love the Street Fighter game.
Okay.
The Street Fighter 4 gameplay?
Yeah.
That's you have to be specific. You didn't like the Street Fighter 4 gameplay.
Well, yeah, it's not. It's not. It could be argued that it's Street Fighter 2 gameplay.
It
as
is.
well, but
It
it's
is.
definitely not 3.
Okay. Okay. Oh wait, never mind.
No, you say your thing.
No, like for a second, I was gonna bring up a Call of Duty game. I was like, wait, I wonder if these guys actually played this game before.
I've played Call of Duty plenty times.
Okay.
People on videos.
Okay. What's your opinion on Ghost?
Oh, I hated that game also, but that's because I had come off of Modern Warfare 2, and I was like, bro, this game is godlike, and then that happened, I was like, oh. I just didn't like the mechanics of the multiplayer.
Okay, that's the thing I hear all the time. And then when that game came out, everyone's like, oh my god, the multiplayer sucked. This game is trash. And I was like, have you played the single player? And they're like,
Single player's alright. It wasn't bad.
and then they're like, no, what am I, a loner? I was like, damn, okay.
campaign was very bad for Ghosts. I just didn't like the new mechanics and how it affected the multiplayer. That's why I wasn't a huge fan of it. Call of Duty games are usually like, they were never about the story for me. I liked the story in a lot of them. I liked 4 through Modern Warfare 2. Like, I like COD 4, World at War, Modern Warfare 2. All those games had great stories. Black Ops 1. But I just didn't really get into the stories a whole lot. I would play it because it's there. I was like, bro, I have to. It's part of the game. But it was never like what I really looked forward to with COD. I always look forward to the multiplayer.
Yeah, but for me, I liked Ghost because, I don't like it. I do like it, but the ending was sad for me because you just see Ghost get shot up right in front of Price. I was like, are you serious?
It's like, bro,
he was his last friend, and now he's gone.
Yeah, it was. I liked following the story of the OG boys from COD 4. Those were the homies, for sure.
The 141.
Yes, sir. Task Force Gamers. That was pretty pog. Yes.
I know he's an arduous stress playing this game, but have you actually played Fate Unlimited Codes for PS2?
Yeah, of course.
What's your opinion on it? My friends are 50-50 split. They either think the game's rad or that the game's way too loose. It makes the game too crazy and they don't like it.
I think that it's got some pretty hard tiers in it. So I think it's one of those games where there's no competitive scene because there's probably like really only 2 characters to use. So I don't know. I don't love the game, but I think it's cool. But I'm biased because I think Fate has like beautiful artwork and design. So yeah, I don't like this. I don't like too much to say about it because I guess the controls are kind of loose.
Yeah, the game's really fast.
Yeah.
You move, just cancels like frame 0 to anything you want, and then like just
But
do anything.
but even with the canceling, you have your bread and butter that you're supposed to do. You don't really go outside of that. Like, I feel like there isn't that much room for exploration into like what you can do in that game. There's just you want to push the character a certain way, and then get your move set up. And I think there's no wall stages in that game. I can't remember. I think every stage has a wall. So
Sort of, yeah.
yeah.
The game's pretty crazy. Some characters are more flexible than others. Like, I legitimately think, like, Ryder is relatively flexible and Lancer feels pretty flexible.
Yeah.
But, yeah, they do have broken things that make them over-central. Like, obviously Lancer just wants to dive Lance all day.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
going to give him, like, a launcher and breaks the game. So I understand what you're saying. But when I convert that into fighting game isms, I just say, yeah, that's every fighting game in a nutshell if you, like, want to melt it down. What that like to me, if I convert that though into fighting game talk, that sounds the game doesn't end up having neutral because they're broken.
To be continued, Super Moon Fighter X. Hold on a second. Are you kidding me? Oh my god. Okay, well I guess Super Moon Fighter X is next. GG. Yeah. Yeah, I guess you could break that down. Like, characters have their bread and butter that they're going for, but I'm saying that, even if you look at Third Strike, obviously you have your main attack chains that you want to do. You have your spacing, and if you land your crouching medium, you can do your combo. Of course, there's that, but that's in every game, or I would say in every good fighting game.
Yeah.
But I'm saying in Fate Unlimited, it feels like you don't even have to worry about that because some moves frames are so good that you just have to open up for. There's nothing else outside of that. There's nothing. I didn't feel like there was like a whole lot of big brain thought going on. But maybe I'm wrong. Maybe there's some incredible scene out there. I'd love to be proven wrong.
Yeah.
But
That's why I reinterpret what you said into that.
yeah.
Because that is what it sounded like what you were saying. The problem wasn't that characters have broken comp moves. It's characters have broken moves that make neutral disappear.
Yeah, it didn't feel like there's neutral in that game, and that was part of the not fun part. Like once a character knocked down or did what they needed to do and popped off, they won. So, and I think I don't remember how I tiered that.